bucks and I'll be straight. Look at You can have all the cakes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have all the cakes, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. Need some money. I need some money. I need some money. I need to. No, he ain't. He's dead. No, he ain't. Damn, friend. Come on, dance with me. Come on. Come on. Lily's here, ready to jam. Don't be biting my mic. Okay, that's my no. Don't bite the mic. She's biting the mic. Okay, you too much work, girlfriend. Okay, so now we got to get to work. Come on. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Damn, Fred. Damn. I need some money. What you need? Okay, we out of money. I need some money. The JBs, you can have Watergate. Just give me some money. I need some bucks. Okay, so actually that was really good. This is the first time that Lily got to jam, and then okay, she's having trouble breathing. Okay, she has trouble breathing sometimes when I'm talking when she don't get what she wants all the time. So the last person that don't live here anymore. But I mean, she's a lot nicer about it, and she like chills when we have to throw it on the table. So there ain't no, it is not drama. Anyway, so welcome to the show, Pro Se Lawsuit Center. Yes, you guys know why we're here tonight. So, Taxpayers' Bill of Rights. I bet people didn't know that taxpayers had a Bill of Rights. Twitter's having some trouble with my stream, so we don't really care about them because they give me a hard time. Okay, we're gonna get a couple things lined up here, and we'll probably go ahead and watch a video. Bam, going live. Welcome to this. Yeah, we sneaking it in live stream tonight. Heather, where are you? Okay. Yeah, this is the last minute, but we got some fire to bring to the table. Bam, going live. Welcome to this. Yeah, we sneaking it in live stream tonight. Heather, where are you? Okay. Yeah, this is the last minute, but we got some fire to bring to the table. We got some haters trying to get up in coach's face, and some people are pissed, but here's the thing. What we learn how to do is hold people accountable for, hold people accountable for whatever. And if they don't want to, come to the table, negotiate, give you what you want, work out something together. Okay, now, in this case, if they don't want to give you the 50 million, if you got the prosecutor eliminated package or whatever, yeah, then they're going to need to do whatever. But we don't spend any time worrying about what they're doing. Okay, one of my coaches that helped us in a really good winning season, and we won a trophy and a ring. Okay. Yeah, told us, we're not gonna really spend a lot of time on what those guys were doing. And he said, my coach said, if you're all doing what you're supposed to be doing, we know what they're gonna be doing. They're going to be getting their ass kicked. All right, let's welcome to the show, Pro Se Legal School. We provide the tools. You guys do the work. And I want to welcome my new TikTok people up in the house. Y'all go TikTok. Now I'm learning how to use that. So, and you guys on TikTok, y'all need to remember that I'm not an attorney. I don't do shit for you, whatever. Y'all asses need to hop over to winningcourtnow.com. Let me slide it across the screen right here, for people who don't have a pen or whatever. And get what you need to take care of the legal situation that you're facing. Now, what you need to do is review the lawsuit packages that we have on the website and decide where, now you need to remember You can't bring none of that trash that you learned, that garbage that you learned over there that you were doing already. You can't bring none of that garbage over here, okay? Because that shit wasn't helping you over there, and it ain't gonna help you over here. So leave that shit parked, okay? You can't connect the two. That shit is conventional trash based off of lies and bullshit, and what we're doing over here is non-conventional based off of the facts, okay? It's based off the facts. And that's the difference. It's based off the facts. So we coming at you live tonight, and I'm wearing a tie so y'all can know that I don't lie. Okay, that's why attorneys look all nice and shit. Okay, but they got a code and stuff, and probably 2 closets full of shit because the money they make. I don't have the. I got a bunch of ties. My girlfriend been buying it from me from the Goodwill, but this one didn't come from the Goodwill. It came from the Will Good. Okay, sorry. All right, let's get to work. So in tonight's live stream, so we got a couple of things that's hot going on right now, and it's pissing these people off. And that's why we're doing live stream tonight. I got I had 26 letters from bar members, mainly attorneys, complaining about, the unauthorized practice of that license. Mm-hmm. Y'all ask know what I'm about to say about that. I have a license. It's on the website for $25. Now, if you spend $25 on the license and for some reason you don't get it, okay, just send me an email. Now, it's gonna take me a day or so to get to it. I had a young man, looked like a young man, and he didn't get it in like 15. I don't know, it was a short amount of time. I didn't see this till later, and he already was, filing to get his money back because he didn't get it, the $25. So I don't think he watched any of my videos or whatever, because I ain't trying to screw people over. Computer shit's computer shit. Sometimes it don't go through. I don't know what is the problem, but I don't have anybody up in here saying that they paid for something and they didn't get it. Now, I have a few people saying they paid for something that was defective, and that's really bad because that was bullshit. And that person downloaded the file 29 freaking times. 29 times. Now, I ain't mentioning no names right now, but that person filed that they got a defective. They filed a complaint against with their bank to get their money back after they downloaded the file 29 times. Now, the file I had was fine. I've been upgrading the prosecutor eliminated package, and I let them know that I was going to provide them with the new package or whatever. But you know what? That's all right. You make your decisions, and I'll make mine. Just ask Mr. Vitale how that shit worked out for him, because I ain't putting up with nobody trying to scam my ass, especially after I do the work that I do to help you people protect yourself and your family and your stuff. So, but you know what? I don't take it personal, okay? I don't take it personally. I don't take it personal. I grew up with this tan my whole life, so I already know there's haters. Okay, I don't take it personal. Whereas we got a lot of people that appreciate what the hell we're getting done right up in here right now. Now, this stream is to pick up off of the real estate defraud. Oh, I think we had 4,200 something people look at that video in a week. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. So I've been watching this shit so I can learn what the hell it is people want to hear me talk about. Because I can just talk about anything for it. Okay, sorry. Let me change that. I'm figuring out the value that I need to bring to the table. And the value that I need to bring to the table right now, based off of the numbers on the new stuff, is that real estate defraud situation and the prosecutor eliminated package. Oh, that's hot as hotter than that. I don't know what love is. Let me ask my daughter, Christina. She's a science. Oh, maybe I'll ask any of my kids. They're all okay. Never mind. So yeah, it's hot. The prosecutor eliminated package is hot, coming out the door, and I'm talking trash on it. Okay, I'm talking trash on it, but that's not why we're here. So, Coach, stay focused. What? Am I talking to myself? Tonight, we're here to talk about, how to learn how to challenge the government's control of your property deed. Uh-huh. Oh, that's almost, okay, so 4,200 people looking at the video in a week. That's hotter than a lemonade package, all right? But I think the lemonade package, okay, sorry, I need to move. I just like punching the prosecutor in the face more a little, but that's all right. So this is good too. So let's just stay focused. So it's a nice live stream. We're going to cover the legal process that the government uses to take control of your property deed. And y'all read all that shit. We're going to do shoot. Well, I'm just going to talk about the new foreclosure lawsuit package. I had to dumb that down. It used to be the mortgage fraud. Okay, but they wouldn't let me advertise that shit. They said fraud and mortgage. Well, that's exactly what they're doing. So they don't want me. Yeah, we figured that out. Okay, so we just changed it to now we have two packages. We have two bombs to stop the foreclosure process. Okay, we have a premium package, and then we have the other package. The other package addresses the 42 USC 1983, whatever. That package addresses due process violation because they use statutes and codes to attack your property in the first place, and then they drag you into administrative court. And they paid the judge, they paid the attorney, they paid all the bills. Okay. Now, the premium package, the foreclosure defense package, that used to be the mortgage fraud package, y'all asses, keep up. That package addresses the illegal path that the mortgage traveled after you left the signing table. For instance, in that package, you're saying there are 6 things that's missing from the lawsuit they filed. And the 6 things that's missing from that lawsuit, from the contract, you agree with the lender that those things were going to be in there. So you're already calling it ass. It's hot. It's hot. Okay, so not go all of them, but a couple of them. One of the 6 things you're saying is missing in that is that you're saying that the lender agreed to do the deal according to the GAAP accounting principles, which are the federal banking laws they're supposed to follow. Why don't you just call them that? Oh no, those are the real shit. The statutes are what they're shoving in our face, but they hide that over there. The federal banking laws. One of the other things you're saying is that, let me think about this, that you and the lender agreed, according to the entries or whatever, the financial, whatever, that the borrower would be repaid. Okay, because if you know anything about how this shit all starts, then your asses know that once you sign that shit and left the table, they stamped it, paid to the order of, and signed it without recourse, yada, yada, some words underneath that. And that shit is probably still on your mortgage or on your deed. And then they process it through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Now, okay, that's just, and then Modern Money Mechanics, which is a publication put out by some people that know way more about the fracking banking system than I do, said that they're granted 9 times the amount that went into a demand deposit account. 9 times. Okay, so you miss one payment and they're taking your shit now. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let's just get to the real estate deed part of it. Fraud. The real estate deed fraud. The fraud, deed fraud, the real estate. Oh, it's a good thing I'm in a situation room because they're real pissed off about this. The real estate deed fraud. The property transfer statutes, which aren't valid laws for us, but they are for their asses because they're corporate policies and rules they're supposed to be following. Okay, mandate that the transfer of property, they're supposed to deliver your deed to you. Did your deed get delivered to your ass? I won't wait any longer. No. And I have people, oh, yeah, I have a copy. No. I have my deed. They tell me, no, you have a copy of your deed. Okay, once that deed was processed through the Federal Reserve, well, Before that, when you left the table, they stamped it, paid to an order, and yada, yada, yada. They turned it into a security. Now, somebody think I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all hit the thing down there and leave me a something, a comment or something. But don't be like those attorneys did a couple of weeks ago, come up in here talking shit, and you ain't able to back it up. All right? So if you're going to talk shit, back it up, and then I'll respect your ass. Real estate defraud. So the attorney the players, because some people get stuck on words and it limits their asses. Oh, yeah, they have both feet still stuck in the conventional shit and they can't get the feet out. Okay, so yeah. So the real estate defraud starts because the law said they're supposed to deliver your shit to you. But what they do is they call their constructive delivery. They're registered in their office. They register your deed in their office, and they tell you all these lies that you got is going to keep your property safe and all this bullshit. No, before that, back in whatever, your deed was kept in your Bible. You had it notarized, and somebody wanted to take your shit. They had to show or something signed and probably, it was simple. But after 1933, it got complicated. And now you have to register your deed in their office, and that registration of your deed allows the first illegal lien to be put on your property. And that first illegal lien is the mortgage lien. Think about it like this. Okay? If there were several people who own property, all of those owners have to be present to sign that shit, right? To sign that lien. So the fact they accepted the sickness from y'all happy asses prove y'all own that shit already. And I smell stink. Now I play football and box. I'm not smart. I'm not that smart, okay? But I don't listen to their shit. I go do my own homework. And I study the facts. And is where we at, Jack. So the registration allowed the first illegal lien to be put on your property. Oh, wait. We already covered the fact that that illegal lien wasn't a lien. It was a transfer of electronic credits from one corporation to another. Can I get an amen? Yeah, but your ass corporation on your driver's license, okay, y'all, that corporation didn't get shit. And that's the one supposed to got the shit, okay? Because our debt's supposed to be paid and all of that. But we ain't figured the shit out. So they paid them and then screwed us over. And this is what I ask. Okay, if y'all ass is in foreclosure, can we ask the judge? You're here to uphold the statute and to make sure that this shit is right? Therefore, everybody here, including your ass, following the law. Right? Well, you might want to tone it down just a bit. Unless you're in a situation room and you got some firepower, but I don't have enough fingers to help me. So, all right. So, ask that. So, your job is to make sure that the statutes are followed. Statute says that my property is supposed to be delivered to and it's not conveyed, yada, 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 yada. So my legal team wanted me to make sure that I let you know that you need to make those assholes deliver my deed to my house like the statute says, or you share the liability, and that's why they already added your ass. Okay, you might want to rethink the whole way you present that whole thing, okay? But you know what? But it's the facts. And if you followed your own shit and make your own stuff, I'm telling you the facts. I ain't trying to sell you shit. Well, I am trying to sell you shit if you need it. But if you don't need it, there's the fact. Go put that shit together and then leave me a review anyway. Okay, sorry. It's not about me. Okay, so the problem, so the registration of deed in their office is number one, step that they use to control everything. And that's why people call me, oh, do I need the property tax? Do I need this? Do I need to do? You need to get what the hell you can afford and get your asses to work, because it doesn't matter. Okay, so we already talked about how the property tax starts after the registration of your deed, because it says in the Constitution, not once but twice. I mean, twice. I can honestly my pretty nails. That your property is not to your private. And I'm using their words. Your private property is not to be taxed. That's in the Constitution, right? So when they register your property, they reclassify that shit into one of their commercial classifications for the sole purpose of taxation. Commercial, agricultural, or residential. And residential means it's for a government official. Actually, for a corporate government official, actually. Had somebody challenge me on that shit. I did go do your freaking homework because I did mine. So sorry. Yeah, but you know what? In the city of Lawrence, Kansas, okay, I'm looking at their shit. They got 11 classifications. I'm like, holy shit. No, I did not go look at them. It's kind of like when you raise kids, all right? Sometimes if you don't really want to know, you shouldn't ask. So I did not want to go look at what the hell they could have 11 classifications. Okay, but anyway, so, and this is what I tell attorneys when they come talking shit. I just ask them one question. Let me ask you something. If your deed was not registered in their office, would they be able to verify that there was a mortgage against your property? Think about it. Now, I already told you how that shit starts. And if anybody that think I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, say something. So it starts out as fraud. I'm not fraud. I did not. Shit. Starts out as shit. Let's say that. So there's no way in hell it can end up good over here unless we want to believe the shit in our head that the attorneys led us to believe for 150 years or whatever the hell it is, how long they've been screwing us over. Okay, so let me ask you this. For all the people, okay, for number one, the new premium foreclosure defense lawsuit package, the lawsuit that's in that package is for real estate deed fraud. Well, one real estate deed fraud is the first thing. Because we ain't limiting ourselves. It's not 15, 20 pages. We ain't limiting ourselves. All right, that premium package, we're coming in the door with the real estate deed fraud part of this shit. And I'm sharing it with all y'all asses, okay? Because all you got to do is look that shit up, real estate deed fraud, and you got to learn what the hell it is. And I can tell you right now, if I get it down, it ain't going to take you about a minute. And then you got to add that shit to your lawsuit that you got already as a count. But before you can do that, you got to look up what the elements are for real estate deed fraud. Oh, add those elements in your lawsuit underneath that shit. And then, well, to state a claim, they want you to connect all that shit with everybody. All right, but I don't like working that hard. So I like to just make sure I got conspiracy in there. Because really it's what it is. From the date that you signed that shit and left the table and they processed it and did all that shit, is all the plan that they had to do to screw you over at the gate. And if you think I'm lying, in most states, there's a Register of Deeds Association. And in my opinion, that's where the beginning of the bullshit starts. Well, that's where the beginning of the bullshit starts, with posting your property in the public eye. Once your shit get posted there, people can buy your property way the hell in China. And I only came up with China because everybody thinks China owns everything, all our farmland and all this shit. Y'all asses need to get your head out of your... Dude, China don't own shit. What they own, what China owns are those securities that got altered at the signing table back there. Somebody tell me if y'all think I got this wrong. That's all they own. Their asses own the lying ass cheating paperwork they bought again after the government sold it. And they still trying to kick y'all asses out. Oh, wait. You paid for years, the taxes for years, it went out for years. I got more fingers than another hand. All right. And they sold the shit already at the gate. Oh, wait. If I remember correctly, after they signed and turned into security, it went through the Federal Reserve. And according to modern money mechanics, they got paid 9 times the amount right there. I think I'm getting a little worked up. Any attorneys want to come in here and tell me that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about? Because y'all ass do, bring it. But you better bring some fire with it and explain some shit, okay? Because, I didn't get to where we're at right now by doing this myself. I got here by the real-time feedback from all the people in this group over here that show up. I haven't sold them yet because I don't know. Yeah, and other people that ain't in the group, and other people that was in other groups. The real-time feedback helped us do what we're doing right now. So the other thing I want to talk about before I get too far off the track here is that the premium foreclosure defense package, maybe I should change it to foreclosure offense, because I think that's a little more fitting for the situation. Okay, so for that package, and I told y'all as of tonight, if you read the thing, that we're going to talk about how we challenge this shit before your asses get in default. How do you challenge the mortgage fraud? How do you challenge your foreclosure? How do you challenge your mortgage payment? Okay, let me just call it mortgage payment. How do you challenge your mortgage payment before you get in default? Is there a way to do that? Is there a way to shut down the entire court process if you can prove that they're violating your due process? We got temporary staying on to do that too, but that's another reason. So in that premium package that I put together, I have an offer to pay letter. This offer to pay letter kicks. Oh, yeah, I think it was when I came up with this idea, I think I was making my mark, drinking maker's mark, okay? I should have a ball right here, okay? All right, sorry. I'm trying to slide in some promo shit right here so I can make some money somewhere down the road for bringing this fire to the table. I mean, big money y'all asses don't have. No offense, okay? If you do got it, then send me. Send me some of that. All right. So how do you challenge your shit before you're in default or after you're in default? Or doing it, I know, I don't even screw around. I mean, I know limitations. So the offer to pay letter that's in that package, okay, offers to pay, your legal team put this offer to pay letter, offering to pay everything that you owe, plus the inflated foreclosure fees that they're going to add, even if there's not a foreclosure, because they sell your house on the courthouse steps in 30 days and don't do shit in court. So, I mean, there's somebody think I know what I'm talking about. So how's that? Okay. So, and your legal team is offering to get them an extra 10%. All right, the hell, 50. 100. All right, sorry. Okay. Your legal team is offering to pay whatever the hell they want as long as they can show up with the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form. Don't be messing with me. Y'all ass know that shit's in China getting burned right now because China already figured out. Okay, let me leave. I don't have a problem with China. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Right now, let's stick to the real estate defraud. Okay. So you're telling them as soon as they show up with what this statute that I have in the stinking letter says they're supposed to have, remember, the statutes are what the judge is supposed to make them follow, not you. Y'all keep up with me now. As soon as they show up with the original instrument of indebtedness, the legal team will write a check to them. You think they got that shit? Okay, even if they have it as fraud, or excuse me, did I say that? Yeah, I wanted to say but fraud. We'll go, yeah. And they ain't about to bring that to the table. Oh, wait, if they're foreclosing on you, okay, they already charged that shit off their books, wrote it off of their and destroyed anything that would lead to that. And this is why we don't connect none of that shit to our stuff. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to connect the bank to that shit in court, and the bank already paid off the judge. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so here's how we do this with the letter thing. In my mind, I think the letter thing is way more powerful than any of the other shit in the lawsuit package, if you ask me. Okay, and I'm an asshole. You have to be an asshole, and you have to whatever. Okay, because here's the thing. My suggestion is that people take that offer to pay letter and serve it on their asses. Who? There's no case. Oh my God, kill me now. Okay, sorry. If that was you, sorry. I'm not mentioning no names. Okay, serve it on their asses. Okay, it's the same judge in every town doing this shit. It's the same group of people taking your property. It's the same group of people. Hell, in some place, there's even a land bank. In Shelby County, Tennessee, there's a land bank, and they say they take these properties and refurbish them or whatever. And Action 5 News in Shelby County, Tennessee, they did a freaking, they have several videos on it now. And they found out that there's way more shit going on than that. They sold these people's property in Shelby County, Tennessee. Their property was worth $25,000. Their property got sold for $500. Oh, wait. In Shelby County, Tennessee, they got a situation going on right now, thanks to Darren Woods and using my premium package. He uncovered, that over 400 homes were sold in tax sale in Shelby County, Tennessee. And probably less than 20% of them, or maybe 15% of them, were actually delinquent on property tax. I know what y'all thinking. What the hell? No. Y'all don't think that's the end of the story, do you? Yeah, here's what they call the caveat, the carrot, the nugget. I didn't know. Okay, here's the shit. I know that. Shelby County, Tennessee don't know where the money is for all the sale of the houses. That's. So this offer to pay letter challenges them. You serve it on their asses so that you have legal documentation that they have it. I'd send to the judge. I'd put a chamber copy in black marker on the top and serve it, or at least certified mail. If it was me, I'd just serve it on their asses. You don't have to have a case number to serve shit on somebody. You can make up your own damn case number if you want to. You could send them the damn lawsuit and tell them to put a case number on it and write it on that shit. See, we ain't worried about their commitment. Oh. So now the judge has a copy. The clerk has a copy. The bank has the attorney's office, the eviction people, the sheriff department, sale barn. Yeah, y'all keeping up with me? All these assholes have a copy of your offer to pay letter. Okay, so, and I don't tell nobody what to do. So for the people that decide to stop paying or stop paying and haven't, and know they're going to have to face the shit, this puts you in pretty good position from where I'm sitting, because now if they send you that shit, hey, we're going to, you got 30 days to pay, no, dude, here's the offer to pay letter that I sent y'all asses, and here's the verification, all y'all got it, and then here's the email. I like to use email, send a shit out to everybody's email, and when I send it to the city, I include the planning department, the zone, I include the maintenance department, everybody gets it. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. You might want to check with the judge, okay? Because you can send me this shit and tell me you're going to foreclose, you're going to do this shit, whatever, okay? I already offered to pay. Here's another offer to pay letter. A new one. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so dudettes. I just call everybody dude. Okay, if you offer to pay and they ain't doing what the law says their asses are supposed to do, then there ain't no controversy. You're not in default if you offer to pay, but their asses are supposed to follow what the statute said they're supposed to follow. If they call in the full note. If they call in the full note and they don't provide you with the original instrument of indebtedness, next week, some other asshole attorney will be suing you again with another lawsuit. Because they made copies of all of that shit. Or at least that's what I got in my head. I'm not over there watching them. I talk to a lot of people. And I have ADD, so already, So the offer to pay letter puts your ass in a very unique position, okay? Because now when, say you say, screw you, I'm not paying no more. You guys did all this stuff and, whatever. So they say, oh, here's your lawsuit. We're going to file against you. Oh, okay. Well, let me take that and let me add The Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court is the one that came up with the local rules that you just screw your ass over with in court. Let me add the Supreme Court and then the state, because the state is the one that's paying all of these people to screw you over, and the state paid the judge, and the state paid the prosecutor. I'm trying not to get worked up. And just let me add that, and then file that in federal court. Or, I had to file in state court to stop that shit, then file that in. So how's that going to go? How? Oh, these people have no idea. So now you can just jam the judge up. I've already offered to pay. Have them fools sit down in your chambers, bring that shit. I'll bring my legal team. We'll sit down and do the little thing. If we're not going to do the little thing, you need to tell them to shut the hell up and stay out of my face. So we learn how to stop the court process. We ain't trying to win and make them give. Well, you could make them give some shit when you get done. But my main... So now at this point, the judge has some liability, because you're damming the judge's ass up to let the judge know that you've offered to pay as soon as they provide what you need. If they can't provide what you need, then the judge needs to help me. Somebody help me. The judge needs to order their ass to deliver your deed to your damn house like the law said. It took me a while to get here. Now, it don't matter what lawsuit package you use to get this done. All of these packages do the same shit. The difference is the premium package, you get to have way more fun, and they check their happy ass out way sooner than... And the premium package is the package that people are investing in to start their legal business, to start their coaching business. And I had one young lady email me, and we were getting this worked out. And she's going to start her legal LLC. Like, no, sweetie, you don't want to have an LLC connected with my shit. In my opinion, I wouldn't have an LLC for anything. Because I can tell you right now, the tax savings that you get have nothing to do. They don't even come close to the limitations that your ass is stuck with. And I'm just going to get to the gate on it, okay, because I ain't trying to play around for a real long time on this. With your LLC or corporation or any type of shit like that you sign their shit, they're not going to let your ass go into court and represent yourself, okay? They're not going to let you represent yourself. So what does that mean? That means that if you use my lawsuit, if you help somebody else use the lawsuit or whatever, the other person, they're going to file a claim against your ass or whatever. Even there ain't no way they can kick my shit's ass. But it don't matter if you're in administrative court. You're just going to beat your ass down because you have an attorney, and they can do whatever you want when you have an attorney. I think that's something that we figured out right now. They'll do whatever the hell they want if you have an attorney, because your attorney throw your ass under the bus. Sometimes it's only under one wheel. Sometimes it's only under one wheel. Yellowhammer 44. Yeah, I used to do that too, but I don't worry about that anymore. I got tired. Oh, yeah, I smell stink too, 24/7. How about that? That's like my life, sniffing out the stink. I'm a stink sniffer. Hey, Jen. Yeah, we bring some fire tonight. Yeah, we got some people up in here getting the work done. And I got some people trying to reinvent the wheel too, and ask me about stuff that I think people forget that I'm old. Thank you, Mr. Perfect. And had a kind of quiet holiday. Kind of started a new life. Perrier, Richie Art. Got some new people up in her. So you guys, we got some new TikTok people up in. Oh, I need to get that on here so I can stream to them too, and take a look at the options that you have. Hey, yeah, we had to shut that down. We got kicked off of TikTok. They got mad when I got a little grumpy when I started posting stuff about the RICO package, and and even trying to be, they was already a little jumpy. But that's all right. And we're here to get it done 24/7 and have some fun while we're getting it done. Okay, so yeah, we're here tonight on we was come tonight. I was going to talk about it last week, but nobody showed up. I'm sure nobody got the thing, so we just played some videos, talked about some other stuff. And that's what we're going to do. They wait for a while before they send down my stuff. And they know what is the problem there. So no one gets to, and then I think they unclick you so you can't get the notification. So you guys have to ring the bell again and do that stuff. But it don't matter. They got to shut down for a week. We still have a little bit of problem with the cell phone. If you guys need something, I think using the computers was working out. There's some issues with directions they're sending, but we got an idea what business was in the most important field, in my opinion, and that would be the cell phone field. Who was receiving the traffic from our cell phone users, which was 85%, 85 to 87%. I've done my homework on. Well, I was already doing my homework on the digital marketing. Okay, so that's how I figured it out. When you become a professional butthead, learn how to figure stuff out. Okay, so yeah, I had a person that hired me for a special project, and it cost like $1,700 in addition to what you have to purchase for the project. And his special project was he didn't want to pay no income tax. He got sick of paying income tax. And just to give you a little front ground, I was talking to him today. I said, dude, so what do you want here? Do you want them to get out your face, or do you want them? No. He's like, dude, I want them to pay me back my money. Oh, he started working in 1977, and he's worked ever since. And he's getting ready to retire now. He's getting ready to retire, and the IRS is over here saying that he owes them $52,000 in back taxes. And he's from another country. And even if he wasn't, he's not a U.S. citizen. Nobody can be a U.S. citizen because nobody can be born in a fake corporation. There you go. I said it. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody can be a U.S. citizen. You're a citizen of the republic state you were born in. That's how I am. Some people say a non whatever and whatever. I ain't that complicated or smart. I just like to keep it simple. I'm a citizen of the Republic State of Arizona where I was born. Bam. That's nice and simple. People can figure it out. I can spell it. Let me see. Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay, so now we have a situation. He's paid them for 40. I don't even want to go how many years. Because I already added up because I came here at 80, so it was easy to me, kind of, sort of. Almost, they're charging him, let's see, 50,000. So that's like, I don't know, what, 1,000, just a little change a year. Oh, for nothing. Okay, so for nothing. Well, income tax are for U.S. citizens. People don't understand. It's 2 U.S. citizens. There's a U.S. citizen, the government employee. Well, okay, 3. Well, 2 real ones and then some fake ones. I mean, oh, we can. Okay, let's just work with me here. I can try and make this work out. Shit. Okay, so there's the U.S. citizen, the federal government employee. That's who they control. Now, that started out with the military, all the people that work for them, whatever, and then it went to everybody in the. But nobody can be born in a fake corporation. Okay, and then there's your straw man, which is your U.S. corporation, which is the U.S. citizen that they're attacking. They're created on paper, okay, and then there's a citizen of the Republic States you're born in. Some people say that all of the states are United States, and then the federal government say they're the United States federal government. Oh, we're starting to get a little tricky on some words. I mean, that's what the whole thing's all. That's what the whole thing's all about. The words is getting a little tricky on the words. Okay, but see, here's the thing: if you're not a U.S. citizen, then you're not obligated to follow their crap unless you injure somebody or damage their property in their story. And that's why we use the diplomatic immunity process that you get in some of the package free to teach you how to fill out your passport application. Basically, it's you're saying you're not a U.S. citizen, you don't work in the U.S., your parents don't live in the U.S., never been to the U.S., don't receive mail in the U.S., you never peed in the U.S. That's how you do it. You're not a U.S. citizen. You don't have nothing to do with the U.S. And even if I work for them, I would still do this because you can use the other one when you need it, and you come on, coach. Come on now. Okay, so they got it divided up to where there's like 14 everybody. So you might as well at least get 2, 2 of you, so they can't mess with you. Okay. Anyway, so they make you pay this money. They keep some of it. They give you back some of it. I know. Maybe he never came, so maybe he should. Okay, so here's the thing. The dude's retiring in 2 months. They waited until he's retiring to go after. Well, maybe they started earlier, and now they report him into the credit reporter, jacking up his credit for a $50,000 alleged IRS, Oh, I told them I know what they're doing. They're setting you up so when you stop working, they can jack you up, and when you can't pay, then they're going to try and file a lien against property and do all this stuff. But it's not going to work for them in this situation right now. But there's a lot of people that they do that to. Okay, so what's the problem? Well, the IRS is a corporation like Walmart. They don't have judicial authority to do diddly squat. And I don't know. Somebody go check. Their ass ain't listed on the Treasury Department website. They ain't part of the Treasury, but they try to say they are part of the Treasury. I know what they, but well, no, they're part of the Treasury Department. They are. And the stuff that we bring to the table right here shows that they have no jurisdiction to be going after anybody in the down-south states. Let's just go ahead and show you. I'm not going to show you guys what I put together because this I've been collecting and saving the information for this for a while. And when I put together the project for this person, I actually had I had the document already, and then I found the thing that I was looking for. It was on a hard drive that got, but then I saved that on somewhere else, and I find okay, yeah. Oh. And in the training that we're gonna have on the 28th, I have like three seats left open. I'm gonna show you guys how I use that information to jam up the chat GBT. I think the chat GBT was crying. I think he was calling for his mama. Oh. Okay, so this information that I use to do this stuff with came from a friend of mine whose mom, well, someone I met from California and doing business, so I never actually saw him, met him in person, but we did a lot of business together, helping each other. And he was an IRS person, and he had like 5 or 8 years to go to retire. His mom retired, and she had all the original stuff. And we're gonna just do a screen share, and I'm just gonna. I'm gonna close up a few of these. So. Okay. Well, first off, we're going to take a look at this. Since we got it now, I forget about that. This is fire right here. Let's see if we can make it bigger. Oops, that's too big. Okay, we'll leave it right there. The non-taxpayers Bill of Rights. Your Bill of Rights as a non-taxpayer. Oh, there's such a thing? A Declaration of Taxpayers? Now, my chat was having a really hard time. He finally just shut the hell up and did what I asked it to do. Okay. And basically, in a nutshell, because I'm just going to share this, in a nutshell, what we ended up with, I'm like, okay, so because it gets so fast and oh, you're reading so fast, you just skip it. Okay, so I just copy and pasted just the main part right here. I copy and paste that. Is this accurate? Yes or no? Because it would use these words up here and then yes or no. That's it, dude. Yes or no, period. Yes. Okay. Is this accurate? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. 5 things down. Then we got to the words. No, this, oh, wait. Why are you switching me back over to state? Oh, because the state, the legislature. No. We're talking federal. No. Let's go back up here to the top. Okay, now let's go on down. And I'm going to provide this for you guys who attend the workshop that we got going on. You'll get a copy of that. This is. And it's going to kind of scroll down it real slow. And then you guys can go back and read it later. I don't really want to go over it. It's pretty. And there's some, the chat said that it is written by a sovereign citizen. Oh, I don't know what that is. There is some cuss words in here that my granddaughter Jocelyn said that she might have heard me say, but this is not my word. But it's true. That's what I don't tell. I don't care about the words. If the stuff, if the facts, if you bring the facts, you know, and then the chat said, "Oh, oh no," but we're no, what the court goes by is precedence. And no, dude, don't even ever say that shit to me again. Okay, I didn't even want to hear that. What the hell does that mean? That's not precedence. It's not connected to the Constitution, is it? Well, no, there's no well, dude. I'm talking to the chat. Okay, yeah, it's a good thing there's nobody outside the window. They went. Anyway, so in this information, this is the way they have no jurisdiction to be charging you property tax or any of these income tax scheme. People don't realize that the W-2 form, the 1090, all that shit is not IRS forms. Those are corporate forms that connect you together so all these other corporations get to yank your money and take control of your life. You know what? I don't know. I think maybe that'll fit. There you go. Y'all can have that fire. And then all of this is like, oh, this is the way it was when it was real. They wasn't throwing people out of their houses and having all these different schemes so they could put a lien against your property. And this is the way it's supposed to be, where we have rights. And one of the things that we learned too is you guys should be using the fraudulent conveyance lawsuit package. I think it's like 149 or something, 45 something. It has the documents in it, the notice of list pendants. It has the fraudulent conveyance is the first one that you file, and then a couple of days later, you don't do these at the same time, and they're going to freaking have a meltdown, and you have to deal with a bunch of pushback you don't need to be dealing with in most cases, and cloud your own title. Even if you're not in, or if you're headed to, or if you're in, then you want to stop them, because when you do the fraudulent conveyance, it's like it moves you up to the number one lien holder spot. Is what happened when you do that. And then you follow it up with the notice of less pendants. Now, in the package, I'm pretty sure I set it up in the package. What we've been doing is we've been using the fraudulent conveyance notice of fraudulent conveyance, turn it into a judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance and a judicial notice of less pendants. We just move everything down, and from the title up is the court heading and all of that crap. And then the rest down is just a regular thing. And then you just slap a certificate of service on the back with some names, and bam. And now you don't have to drive across town and get some other stuff to bring over here or to put, why is it that they're going to give your property away over here, but they're going to store your property deed over there? Mm-hmm. And so when you make your own property toxic, they don't want to mess with it. And not only do no one's going to be lining up to hurry up and get it, because they got to hurry up. And I figured this out. They hurry up. They got to hurry up. So they do a check down and they drag your happy ass in a judicial over in a court that don't even have in like municipal court or court justice of the stealing your stuff and then they got to rush around because the state is the one stealing your property and they're the ones selling it again and so but they got to hurry up because they got in their process all this stuff got to line up so these people the machine can keep rolling. You can't clog up the system. Oh wait, you can. You can. You can clog up the system. You stay out of their conventional crap. Uh-huh. And hold the people and the corporations doing, we teach you to come in with the counterclaim right at there. If they got a case against your property, first thing you want to do is come in with their counterclaim. But before you add the counterclaim, you want to go ahead and add them to their own stuff. Uh-huh. You want to add them as plaintiffs to their own stuff. And that usually and then file that. You add the state, you add the judge who's getting paid by the state and you add them to and you file it without filing fees, without asking for leave of court, without doing none of that stuff. And now, I mean, from where we're sitting, they have a situation because they can't represent a litigated case they're party to in. They can't represent each other. They can't represent other members from the same. And if you want to be told butthead about it, you could add the State Bar Association, and that's what we're going to talk about. That's who I'm making mine there in the workshop. We're going to have the workshop coming up on 28th. And we're going to learn how to make what I'm making for these people that shut me down last week, or at least the people that's in the field that gets the traffic from my cell phone shoppers. That's I don't care about them other thousands. I mean, we gotta have them straightened out so it's going to the right place. I want to know who's getting the traffic, from the cell phone. That's because that's the person that's trying to capitalize. But these people, this big ass corporation, and all this shit over here screwing people over. I think they know none of my customers could afford them, nor would trust them. But if they knew they were about to get a whooping, maybe they would go ahead and hire them so they could be in the middle of it, so they could get some bank too. All right, but you know what? I'm making a document that you need to shut down a corporation. The corporation that I'm shutting down specifically is the Bar Association in St. Louis, or there may be another. I'm not stuck with just that one. And we'll see. Okay, and we're going around and do that in the workshop. Shut down the corporation. It's funny how it is. They shut me down for a week and rushed me down. No. But see, the way I roll, I want to take longer. Right? It's going to take longer than that for what I'm about to do. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. I like them to suffer. That's kind of how I built this whole thing. When I used to box, I never wanted to knock nobody out. Shoot. It was way too much work running and weightlifting and having to coach. They had put two dudes in the ring to teach me. No, that's what you know. No, somebody's going to take the gloves off and walk the hell out of here. That's how we roll. I'm trying to find this PDF that I want to show. I'm gonna stop the sharing and see if I can find it again. Yeah, well, let me. Uh-oh. The title's too long. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about it tonight so people can see it. I was gonna show it, but it won't show on my PDF or my. There's the top half of the title. Yeah, Justin, I got a whole thing on the constitutional stuff that I found that file too is badass. We're gonna talk about some of the other stuff done in the Constitution. I bet people didn't know that there's a constitutional protection that protects you from having to take the COVID shot. There is. There's a constitutional protection that protects you if they force you to take the COVID shot. Then yeah, there's what it's called bodily integrity. I think that's what it's called. Bodily integrity. It's real. It's real. If you had to do that and you got jacked up or you got fired because you didn't want to do that, and you found out now that the people that did that were stupid and they lied to everybody. Bodily integrity, I think that's what it's called. That's really interesting. We started something on that too, but it's on the back burner because right now we got some people that want to shut some people down. So let's see how we can shut them down. But we ain't gonna sneak around and do a bunch of sketchy stuff. We're just gonna let everybody know the facts. The facts, Jack. That's what we're gonna do. and anybody that wants to go after them for the income tax situation, and it's going to, if you're here tonight, you email me and you'll get a special deal. Right now it's like $300, but if you email me tonight and I see you here, if you're here but you haven't faced the music so we can see you here or made a comment, then it's not going to matter. It could be because I need to be able to see you here and make a comment. So if anybody's here and they made a comment, just I don't see you. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I appreciate your investment. He's bought other stuff from us. So now I don't know if I communicate with you in email or something. Sometime or text message, people get grumpy because they expect me to know who they are. Well, if you're referencing something on YouTube or other social media, I may not know who the hell you are. And, so you got to remember that. And even if we talked about something, I get a lot of phone calls sometimes, and some of them are kind of emotional. So I don't always think about every single thing. And, when I'm coaching, I want to talk about it. When I'm coaching, it's probably not going to be the coaching that you had that people have in their head. Okay, I'm just going to say that when I'm going, it's probably not going to be the coaching that you had in your head, and the thing people need to understand that if I do what you want me to do, it's probably not going to help because you were the one coaching over there. And now, if I have to argue with you or whatever, then then you're doing what over here. The coaching for me is coaching the way I think that the coaching. Every coach is different. Every coach is different. Here, my coaching, I did theory game plan, okay, because I don't have time to hold people's hand. And I don't really do that. I don't deal well with people who have fear. After going through getting divorced and learning about my part of all of that, and I learned how to be a little more tolerant and understanding of people, and but at the end of the day, if it's gonna get in the way with getting some stuff done, then I'm oh. There's a copy of it. I was gonna pull it up and show it, but I can't get it. I have it as a Word on my OneDrive. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, Title 26 of the U.S. Code, and it doesn't contain an enacting clause. None of the statutes and codes have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. And even on the federal level, federal criminal statutes they don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. There are rules that the government employees are supposed to follow. And it's they'll force Title 26 through administrative assessments, procedures that generate liens, levies, penalties, and third-party reportings without a prior Article 3 judicial adjudication. Oh, that's hot. That's hot right there. Okay, now we're going back to defamation. Yeah, there's a defamation lawsuit package on the website. I think it was like $75. $75. You're like, what the hell, coach? Oh, why should we go do the same shit that they've been doing for 150 years and all the people getting beat up and getting their stuff taken? We gotta find some different ways to go in here. Okay, so think about this. When they reported that you were in default before they got any kind of a judgment, it's defamation. They're already jamming your ass up on your credit. Now, maybe you can't go to that school you wanted to move into because you can't qualify to rent or buy or, all back to the system is structured to beat you down. That's kind of where I'm, and then they start their enforcement proceedings, all presumed constitutionally grounds expression. No, there's none. And the tax liabilities, they're taking how much, what could you have spent that money on that you took? Because they kept most of it. And it didn't have to. And for the people that are leaving their work and they want to be thorough, you can have your job on there, or at least attorney that work at your job. Or your job, if they're pissing you off, what the hell? Because the attorney knows. And see, here's the thing. The bottom line is they can't reclassify your ass to do this shit. They can't legally reclassify you as one of their. Oh, no. Oh, I have a lawsuit on the website for that too. Yeah, how to remove yourself from their corporate fiction. Oh, it's pretty. I'm adding some stuff to it too. It's actually. So not only did they reported alleged liabilities to third parties and collection mechanisms without adjudication. They've been really naughty. I'm going to put a copy of that in the workshop information center. And tomorrow I'm going to start putting information in there and the things that you guys need to build your own document that we're going to go over on the 28th. So I want to get video in there teaching you guys how to do it. Then you can go home and you can open up the video if you're at home, wherever the hell you go. Yeah, and then study and then make your own document. Now, if you want, you email me your document and just put fire in the subject title so that I can see it. And what I'll do is I'm going to open them up. I'm going to open them up and I'm going to look at them. And then I'm going to figure out the best one and the one that needs some help. And then we're going to talk about them and help the one that needs help. And then, we'll brag on the one that but it can't be better than mine. No, I'm just kidding. No, bring it. Because if it is better than what I do, we need to know. Because that's how we got to where we are now. I don't have a problem being wrong. I have a problem with people getting up in my face and saying a bunch of shit, but they ain't have nothing to back it up. Okay. If we're wrong, that means we're moving forward. We're moving forward. People tell me, oh, but coach, I filed that and I waited, nothing happened. Okay, look, we're unraveling their fraud and bullshit at the gate anyway. So, I never said if you do this, that, and then this here, bam, everything will work out just great. Yeah. That's not what I said. Okay. But if you understand how we're doing this, okay, then you'll know that we're not sitting over there waiting for them to throw your stuff out. Yeah, that was the front half of it. We're not sitting over there waiting for them to throw your stuff out. But if they want to throw it out, they can, because we already know they're not going to provide the final facts and conclusions of law. Bam, bam, there you go. As soon as the judge violates you, then you just take it over, do a supplemental pleading, and add the judge right there for violating, because the judge is not going to provide the final facts and the conclusions of law. I don't care where you at. If you're in state court, you're wasting your time, because that shit should be kicked already, because state court can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. Bam. State court players can't respond to anything that they're a party to, and neither can federal players for that matter. Oh, could it be that simple? Oh, so I went to federal coach. I already told you that they're going to do the same crap, but they can get away with it. Magistrate judge don't have judicial authority to be involved in your case at all without the signed consent from all parties. Check that shit out, 436. Okay, I can't remember that. Go check it out. Just Google magistrate judge consent form for your state. Bam. It'll pull it up right there. Oh, so once the magistrate judge gets involved, the magistrate judge will be taking out the trash. That's what I did in the first video. I bet you heard that. Oh, judge taking out the trash. Uh-huh. The magistrate judge will be, so because so when they violate you, you can go appeal. Okay, I'm not laughing at it. I mean, come on now. Once you start learning what we've learned how to do here, what we're still learning how to do here, filing appeals is ridiculous. It's like it's ridiculous. If I got to file an appeal, to their friends up there, they're calling them up. I'm just gonna go. I'm cut to the chase. I'm old. I ain't got that much time left. I need to. We're just going straight in supplemental pleading. That's how you make adjustment. I don't say changes, or you can change it. Supplemental pleading under the Federal Rule Civil Procedure for filing an amendment. Yeah, they wait for you to do that. Yeah, I had some attorneys that did that with my sister. They filed their document objecting to my shit because I didn't ask for leave of court, as according to the Federal Rule Civil Procedure for filing the, And I was like, no, I stayed up 2 days. I ain't having that. 2 days. And finally, below filing an amendment, all the way down by that number, the real small number, it says supplemental pleading. Oh, you can file as many supplemental pleadings as you want, as long as you add a party, add a count, or both. They have to be connected to the original reason why you're there. If you don't know who they are, add the Supreme Court. Oh, they will be pissed off when you add the Supreme Court to your supplemental pleading. Why, Coach? Well, come on now, y'all keep up with me. The Supreme Court is the one that came up with the local rules that they're jamming your butt up with. The Supreme Court, look it up. I'm like, oh, wait. they're supposed to be badasses wearing some black robes and burning shit. Okay, maybe they're not burning. I don't know if they. I didn't know if they burn stuff, but you know, maybe it's in a little small. Okay, never mind. Let's cut the burn. Okay, he gave me the finger, or it was myself. There's nobody over there. Okay, so let's just. That's an idea. That's an idea. How long do you think you'd have to wait for them? I'm just saying, because I don't. Okay, so what I like to do if I'm gonna be like that, I'm gonna say too many bad words. If I'm gonna be crappy about it, I'm gonna just come in with the RICO because I got a foreclosure RICO document 149. It's not listed on the thing. You have to ring me up. The number's right there across the bottom of the screen. 149. They got my jack. For no, they ain't stopping nothing. You can ring me up. 149. Send you the cash app. You can PayPal me. I got a thing right there on the website. I don't know. It's on the corner. If you can't get to the website, just message me, email me, whatever. Because we ain't rolling no limitation around here. And we already started doing what we're going to be doing to make sure these people that interfere with the progress for a few days, they're going to feel our punches for a long time. You can ask Judge Annie T. Christoph. She's a magistrate judge in Tennessee. Judge Annie T. Christoph. She we made videos about her. One day I was looking up. I was trying to find a picture of her to make another video. And right underneath the federal judge's website for Tennessee, there was Judge Annie T. Christoph. Right underneath that, the first was one of my videos. In the metadata, which is that information that you can read before you click on it, that makes you need to click on it. It said Judge Annie T. Christoph is being sued for helping fellow bar members. Bam. So I screenshot it, put it in a video, and sent it over to him because I was already emailing all of them anyway. I don't know why they're just leaving people alone and they wouldn't have to take ass woman. Yeah, I'm just saying. And then my friend Gary was trying to find it again, and they moved it. She said 17 pages. She could not find it. So, so when you do RICO and y'all serve the parties, then you can follow up with the notice of preservation document. And the notice of preservation document is what puts them on notice that you're going to seize all of the property and all of the evidence and anything that's connected to what they said you were doing or did, or what you're saying they are doing or did, connecting stuff. I'm talking the judges, whatever, shutting down the courthouse. It don't. In RICO, when you do this right, you can do the notice of preservation document after you serve the parties and do all this stuff. And the sheriff has to go shut them down. I don't know. I don't see how it's the same thing they do to us. But they can't prove it. They can't prove we deserve any of that shit they're doing to us. No, I don't waste my time doing none of that stuff. Made in this, I didn't know how made in this. I don't waste my time doing any of that stuff. They're not going to have any bonds when I get done suing them. Okay, that's how we do. We ain't got time for that shit. No, we're asking for way more than what they bond gonna get. I'm asking 200 million. They don't think they bond gonna give them that much. I ain't got time for that. I want to cripple the program, slowly. So, uh, number one, they're gonna deliver my deed if I was in that situation. Or now I have a couple of situations as soon as we get leveled off here and things running again that I need to take care of. One is, my divorce situation. There's some loose ends over there on the property situation that needs to be. Some people look grumpy, but that when you push and don't go to help or learn how to do anything, it is And then my foster kids divorce situation that's still pending. Then I got this other situation pending with the police department for arresting me because I refused to sign Officer Delbert's ticket when the other dude told him that he punched me first, that he threw the first punch. Well, he tried to punch me. Okay, yeah. I felt like I got the worst of that because I was trying not to hurt him and ended up getting my elbow skinned up, my knees all skinned up. But at least nobody went to the hospital. I did get to go to jail. I told him I ain't signing that shit, man. You know who the hell I am. You gotta be kidding me right now. He was showing off in front of his trainees, so he didn't want to call it in. Had he called it in, they told him, so like they told him over here in your door, police department, they really told him. Thank you. Have a good day. It's sad though when you got to do what you got to do to make them respect you. It's sad you got to be willing to do whatever it takes, especially when they teach you for years you got rights. Dude, you got rights. You got rights, or you have due process. That was my creepy low voice. Okay, you know what you got? You got the right to shut the hell up. Excuse me, let me put it nicer. The white people away. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If they're going to tell me that, well, that's not why they put their foot on my neck, because we ain't getting to that. If I see we all there, I might do just throw me the cuffs. Y'all asses stand down. Y'all ain't got to be rushing up on me and shit. I ain't. We ain't got to be doing all that. That's gonna make things way worse for somebody on the other side, for all of us on the other side. Because I'm gonna be jacked up, and I'm gonna be really mad, and then y'all gonna be in court, and y'all bosses are gonna be really mad, and it's gonna be a lot of mad people. Okay, guys. One of the things I wanted to say too is when you call me, if you ask for coaching, when I first started doing this little thing, because they're trying to run me out of business, whatever. So I was just doing all this little thing. Okay, but it didn't take but like 2 seconds before it came to I can't coach people in their conventional shit. Oh, coach, I want to do this. I want to know. I'm not going to do a coaching session and charge you when I know that you're going to get your ass kicked down the road. Yeah, I'm just not. Because that's what attorneys do. I couldn't do that anyway. I just not. If I had to do that, then I'd be doing some other shit. I'd be growing something. I can grow some shit legal if I go to a state where it's okay. Never mind. Now see what I'm saying. Okay, but when you call me for coaching, I'm going to coach you the way that I coach you. My goal is to help jumpstart your critical thinking process in your head, so you can start putting things together. Because I don't have to answer everything. Some of this shit you're going to figure out as you go along. Now, one of the things I tell people is in my program, I like to have an atmosphere where you can fail without skinning up your knees. or having, and I say that, having everybody laugh at you. And that's kind of how we're going to do when we do the workshop. The only people that's going to know that we're talking about their document is people that wrote it. Their name's not going to be on it or whatever. And both people who provide the documents, the winning document and the other winning document, come on now. No, I'm not wanting to raise my kids to think everybody gets a sucker. No. But right here, we're all learning. Okay. We don't have all of the answers. And sometimes people bring more answers to the table. And, the person that does the best job should get, and the other person that does the best job, because that person did the best job too. You see how we keep going with that shit in one little circle? Okay, so what that mean, coach? Well, y'all ask me to stop worrying. The only time that you need to worry is if you're in the eviction protocol countdown, so to speak. Now that you thought about that, what the hell's worrying get you? Don't get you shit. To me, in my head, don't get you nothing. It gets your head looking in the wrong place. Is what it gets you. Or it don't get you looking far enough down the street. It can or it can't get you something. The worrying ain't helping you. And I told you have to chunk it, chunk the fear at the curb. Okay, I you know what? I understand. If you can't chunk the fear, do it scared. Do it scared. Do it scared if you can't chunk the fear. And I'm talking, my fear, well, getting sent back to the mental institution with a forced medication order. No, yeah. That was I already had been there for a whole bunch of months. 33 months is how long they shifted my ass all over the place because I wouldn't throw my wife under the bus. My family, basically. Yeah. They shipped me back with a forced medication order because I wouldn't shut up. Could you imagine? Could you imagine me? No, I had shit to say in court. I was handcuffed and shackled and wearing, whatever. They shipped me back 33 months. But yeah, so when I was there the first time, I saw how it goes when people need to go and get their medication. The squad rolls up on their ass. Squad rolls up on their ass. And I was in North Carolina. Usually these big ass white dudes that looked like they was from Nebraska. But there was big ass black dudes that looked like they was from Nebraska. Was bigger than me. Oh, and nobody wanted to go. Nobody wanted to go. So it was a situation just to watch that. Oh, yeah. And it just took 20 seconds. And they just one arm, one leg, one arm, one leg, and put your butt on the road. They got the rolling bed. Put your ass on the rolling bed, strap you down. And then when they get you all strapped down, people hollering, yelling your ass pretty bad. They just roll you out. And then they roll you back. Happy and drooling. Well, not really happy. Jacked up. That's the fear. And had I given up or not able to do it with the fear, or allowed myself to lose my temper, because what they were trying to do, they actually paid snitches to people to try and pick a fight with me, thinking that I would lose my temper and like beat their ass because they knew I boxed and did karate for a bunch of years, whatever. And but I mean, and when you're doing that shit, you learn discipline. You're not just doing it to beat everybody's ass, because those people get shot early in life. Yeah. And so later on, one of the guys admitted to me that they told him that I was a chomo, and he had his family look me up, and his family saw my post about how I was pissing off the prosecutors. I wouldn't go along with their deal. They offered me the deal, and they wanted me to lie on my wife. And it's like 6 years later, 4 years later, after they said all this stuff, that was the they gave other people money and all, like, get out of jail and all this stuff, to lie on our family. And well, it wasn't enough, so they needed me too. And I told them I would have considered it had they made it real. I mean, they offered everybody else the deal. They gave them our shit out of our business, and they gave them money, and they gave them. But when it came down to me, they only wanted to offer me my own shit. They only wanted to get me out. Oh, we'll let you keep your house. We'll give you back some. No, I think y'all about to find out what's gonna happen. Y'all messing with a black man, white girl. Okay, we ain't having that. Yeah, and we didn't. So, and we still ain't. We took a lot of punches back then, though. But thank God I didn't have to get medicated. I appealed that. My wife Carrie, she sent me all the stuff that I needed, and I appealed it from the medical facility. I ended up having to fire my attorney because he was in Colorado when he was trying to talk stupid. And I go, hell no, no. When I got stuck in that situation, and if you ever have to do that again, you just tell the doctor, where the hell the doctor don't know where your mind is. The doctor is supposed to be assessing your mind. Doctor don't know where your mind is. So how can the doctor assess your mind? Bam, that's a wrap. But when they get in that situation, it's because you're not kissing their butt, and they think that they can control you. If they get you past that thing where they get to ship you around, it's really, really bad. So so I figured out every single time I talked to a damn bar member, I got screwed every single time. I've had 14 or 15 attorneys along the way over, I didn't know, almost an 8 year period that they jocked with us because we refused to. To kiss their ass. Oh, yeah. I've had a lot of attorney experience. Okay, that sounds kind of bad, but okay. Okay, there. We should probably just leave it at that, because that sounded, at least it could be construed as positive without beating. I'm just saying. Anyway, so the coaching is the way I do it, and I expect you to like keep up or go do something. A- And and I'm not, if I tell you, okay, the first thing you need to do is file the counterclaim. Or most of the time now, the first thing that we're doing is protection mode. Get the notices filed, placed in the public record, or filed in your case if there's a case. Protect your property first, and then, uh, yeah, and then do what you got to do. So we're gonna make a video tomorrow, or yeah, what time is it? Yeah, we'll probably make it tomorrow. Showing this income tax, uh, extortion violation, Constitution. Oh, it's pretty much fire. There's a lot of people retiring and they're facing the same situation because they know that you can't get anybody to help you. Well, how about you have someone that's teaching them how to do the shit themselves? Or, you got some extra money, you can do a custom package. Get your documents and pay for the custom work, and go to send that fire right over to them. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. And I think my doggy down here is knocked out being really good, and I got to go find something to snack on. See you guys in the next stream.